Hi, guys. This week we're going to learn about personal recounts or personal narratives. Personal narratives are stories that you write or tell about yourself. A personal narrative is a story about a single event in your life. It uses words like I, me, my, or mine. What can you write about? Some personal narratives or events that you can write about are things that you did on the holidays, things that you did on vacation. Did you go on a field trip at school? Write about going to the park, or even write about Christmas. You can write about anything that you want to write about as long as it's about yourself. There are three stages of personal narratives. There's the introduction or orientation, the plot or the conclusion. The orientation is a sentence that tells people what you are going to write about. For example, you can say, I'm going to tell you a story about when I went on vacation. The plot tells you what did you do in the beginning, the middle, or the end of your story. What did you do first, second, or last? And the conclusion talks about how did this story or how did the events make you feel? Did going on a vacation make you happy? Was it a sad vacation? Did going to the park make you excited or mad? How did the events make you feel? All right, so introduction, orientation. Remember, the orientation tells you what you're going to write about. So you're telling the reader or you're telling the audience what you're writing about or what story you want to talk about. For example, I'm going to tell you a story about the time I went to the park with my family. Now, the plot. Remember, the plot tells what happens in the beginning, the middle, and the end. On Saturday, my family and I got up to eat breakfast. Then we got into the car and drove to the park. At the park, we played on the slide and the swings. Last, we drove back home. I just told you what happened in the beginning, the middle, and the end. When you are writing your plot, remember to add some verbs. Verbs are words that tells you what are you doing in your story? What action are you doing? For example, on Saturday, my family and I got up to eat. Eat is a verb. It's telling you that I was eating, I was doing something. Then we got into the car and drove is another verb. Drove is something that you can do. So that's a verb. At the park, we played. Play is another verb. It tells you what you're doing. Other verbs can be cooking, listening, planting, swimming, decorating, writing. When the word tells the reader what you are doing, it's called a verb. And the last thing that you need to have in your writing is a conclusion. How did the story or the events make you feel? Did it make you feel happy, sad? Was it a good day, a bad day? For example, I had so much fun going to the park with my family. Going to the park made me happy. Now it's your turn. So this week, you're going to review how to write personal narratives or personal recounts. On Monday, you'll review the stages. On Tuesday, you'll choose your topic and write an introduction. On Wednesday, you'll write your plot. Don't forget to add some verbs. On Thursday, you add a conclusion. And then on Friday, you'll put it all together. You'll draw and write about your story. And when you come to Zoom class, you can share it with our friends. I hope this was helpful, and I can't wait to listen to your personal narrative, your personal recount. Bye.